we're talking about overcoming imposter syndrome. Now, if you've got pretty bad imposter syndrome in your business, then entering awards is going to be really hard. But this imposter syndrome, I don't know about you, but I find that it comes in waves. There are some times I feel absolutely confident and over the moon and really reassured when it comes to my business. And then there are other times where it really kind of creeps in, and it comes when you least expect it. And sometimes it can be the thing that holds you back from entering business awards, getting new clients, innovating new products or services in your business. And I work with so many small business owners and so many coaching clients who really struggle when it comes to imposter syndrome. They are the first people to tell me, that inventing something new in the business in terms of a service or a product, that's for other people who, have it together. And, entering business awards, that's for me down 5 years down the track. It's not for me now. When really, that's not actually reality talking. That's the imposter syndrome talking. That's that voice in the back of your mind that says, you're not ready for this, when actually everything else points to the contrary. So I want you to think about those moments for yourself where you have those moments of doubt, those moments of imposter syndrome that creep in. It can be, after a number of years in your business when you feel like there's so many competitors in the market. There's new and flashy people doing things all the time, and it makes you go, oh gosh, I don't know about this. It could be when you're first starting your business, you've got imposter syndrome that you think, I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, newsflash, a lot of us don't know what we're doing. We're all just muddling through, and that's okay. So you're not alone if you do feel that imposter syndrome and you do feel that I don't know if I can do this today. I don't know if this is what I should be doing. And, I say all the time that if things feel hard in your journey of entrepreneurship, that's not a sign that you're doing things wrong. That's actually a sign that you're doing things right. But it's that imposter syndrome that sometimes jumps in and likes to tell us, well, no, if you were doing it well, this would all be easy, when that's absolute garbage, because nothing worth doing is going to be a walk in the park. It's going to take grit and it's going to take hard work. And that's, so much of the part of entrepreneurship. So thinking back to those moments where I have imposter syndrome, and, my latest kind of bout of imposter syndrome has been, in regards to my first business, Port Macquarie Performing Arts, because I'm in the classroom with my students and, I've been teaching for a really long time. I found my passion for teaching when I was 12 years old. And I was lucky that my beautiful teacher and mentor saw that in me and gave me opportunities to be able to get myself in front of a classroom of children. And I absolutely loved it. And I still do. But there are times when I find that I start looking sideways. I start looking at what some of the younger teachers are doing. I started looking what some of my older teachers are doing and how good they are at their jobs. And I think, what have I got to offer? What have I got to offer these kids in front of me? And will they still enjoy my lessons? Do I still have what it takes? And it really is about mindset for me in terms of reframing, all of that negative Nancy talk that happens in the back of my mind, and reminding myself that actually, no, I have been doing this. I do have what it takes to do this. I can do this well. And being able to block out those extra voices that tend to come in. And I can tell you when they come in. They come in when I'm tired. They come in when I'm not exercising. They come in when I'm eating rubbish. They come in when I'm overscheduling myself, when I'm too busy, when I'm not holding my boundaries. So it's all those things that I know that I need to do in order to cultivate that positive mindset, in order to make sure that I'm in the right place and right time, and I don't kind of give in to those voices and those that story that I'm telling myself about how I'm not going to be okay, and I'm not going to be good enough, and everything's going to be awful, because that's often not the case. And so I'm sure you feel this in your business as well. I'm sure there are times where you go, why am I doing this? Why don't I just go and get a job? Why don't I work for someone else where I don't have to worry about the pressure of the finances and the pressure of living up to my clients' expectations and the pressure of being the boss and being the leader all the time? But actually, it's all of those things that when you're in a really positive mindset, those are the things that you love about entrepreneurship. Those are the things that you want, that keep you thriving, keep you going, being able to, choose your own hours, being able to have that flexibility, being able to innovate new products, to being able to be a leader to people, a role model to the people around you. Those are the things that really kind of keep us thriving. So I encourage you to think about the things that you need to do in order to cultivate that positive mindset and to make a habit of including those things in your day-to-day existence. It's not just something that you need to tap into when you start to hear that imposter syndrome, when that imposter syndrome starts to tell you that you're not good enough, or that what you're doing is not good enough, or it won't work, or, you know, whatever the story is you're telling yourself. And I've got plenty, trust me. But you need to think about what it is for you that really helps you get in that right frame of mind, so that you can turn up as the best possible leader to your team and to the people around you, whether that's just in your community or whether that's in your business community, whether that's in your community of clients, because nobody can control that for you. I say this to my students all the time, like, I can't come to your house at night and remind you to write in your dance diary. I can't come to your house and remind you to, you know, do your ankle exercises for that, you know, ankle strengthening so that you can get your point shoes. And I say the same thing to you. I can't come to your house and remind you that you need to be journaling if that's the thing that's going to get you into a positive mindset. I can't be the person that taps on your window at 6 o'clock in the morning and says, come on, let's go. It's time to go for a run. Run. I say that, but I'm not running anywhere unless I'm on fire. But you know what I mean? I can't be the person that's constantly reminding you. We need, as entrepreneurs, to be able to have this plan in place that we can tap into, and, you know, we can really identify when those moments are that we're kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit and need to kind of pull it back together. So I encourage you to think about what that is for you. And if you have trouble doing that, then I encourage you to surround yourself with a small business community, with a community of like-minded people, a community like the Raw community, like my Thrive or Simply Business Accelerator group, even the free Facebook group, How to Run a Successful Business and Still Have a Life. Surround yourself with people who are going through the same challenges that you are. Get yourself a business mentor, get yourself a business coach, someone who can call out that imposter syndrome when it, you know, when it starts to overtake you and you feel like you can't get out from under it. It's having somebody external to be like, hang on a second, that's not a thing. That's just a story you're telling yourself, is really good. And my business mentor, Glenda, has been that person for me so many times, where she is the one to kind of go, come on, that's this is not real, and can give me the logic that I'm missing in those moments when it's the emotion and it's the lack of self-worth and it's all of that stuff that's kind of overtaking my mindset. So I encourage you, do what you need to do, set those habits. If you haven't read Atomic Habits by James Clear, it's a great book when it comes to habit stacking and putting things together. These things often are done best grouped to habits that you already have. Like, I know people that when they pour their coffee in the morning, they have habits that are listed as part of that process. So they either take their vitamins when they have their coffee. They do, 20 calf raises when they have their coffee. They stack their habits together. And if you haven't read Atomic Habits, then it's a great read. I encourage you to download it on Audible now, or get yourself to a bookstore and get the hard copy, because it is up to us to make sure that we're in the right mindset to be the very best that we can be when we're stepping into our business and all the aspects in our life. And of course, if you have that imposter syndrome kind of creeping over your shoulder and always, talking in your ear, you're not going to step into the light that is possible for you, like entering the Raw Awards, like stepping up into a mastermind program, into a community of people who can support you, because you'll make any excuse and you'll tell yourself any story not to do that, when actually one of the best things you can do for your business is to be entering awards, is to be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Those are the things that are going to level you up. Those are the things that are going to push you and, help you set and reach really audacious goals. The things that are going to really increase the impact that you're having in your community, increase the income that's coming into your bank account. That's really important. And what I love the most about the awards process, whether that's the Raw Awards, or any other of the awards that are out there, is that there is not many opportunities for us to celebrate all the things that we achieve in small business. If you work for somebody, when you reach a milestone, they, bring you a cake or send you some flowers or, cheer you on. As entrepreneurs, we need to find time to do that for ourselves. And entering awards is a great time to be able to do that. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to step up. And I really encourage you to think about putting yourself in a position where you will have that opportunity to celebrate. You will have the opportunity to pat yourself on the back. So as I said before, the Raw Awards are closing on September 11. Please make sure that you get your entry in now. There are so many categories to choose from, whether you are going for Woman of the Year, whether you have a product business, a service business, a regional business, whether you work with children, you work in healthcare, you work in hair and beauty. There are so many different categories that you can enter for your business. So many of you I know who are running great businesses are making a difference. That would be a great category for you to enter. So many of you are hustling really hard, but you have businesses with a big heart. So the hustle and heart category would be great for you too. Wherever it is that you want to place yourself, I encourage you to jump on in. If you buy 5 entries for 5 different categories, we'll give you 1 free. If you buy 10, we'll give you 2 free. And lots of people are taking on those package opportunities to be able to really celebrate. Because of course, when you go to an awards night, you want to be up for as many awards as you can. You don't want to just have it all hanging on the one. So I encourage you to enter several categories. I encourage you to take the time to reflect on your business, to kind of kick that imposter syndrome aside and go, actually, no, I am working hard. I am creating something awesome in the world, and I do deserve to be rewarded for it, because you absolutely do. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Get your Raw Award entry in now, and I'll talk to you next week.